Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. On this beautiful holiday weekend, we had a great Christmas. New Year's is right here, and boy, we've had a great 2022 in the financial markets. Looking forward to another great year, 2023, in the stock market. Some great opportunities, and we're going to continue to discuss these different techniques and strategies on why these markets are so phenomenal right now once you understand how they actually work. And we have investing classes at our local academies. That Online Trading Academy has 2-hour classes to introduce you to a lot of these techniques and concepts that we're talking about here on the show. We've had a lot of people texting in on this New Year's weekend for the class. So definitely take advantage of this 2-hour investing class. You know, it's New Year's resolution time. Take advantage and take control in your financial future. Text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 free seats for an investing class at our local academies. Text the word investing to the number 210-210 right now. So, Al, as we talked about in that last segment, opinions don't move the markets. They might move the markets a little bit, but they're not going to drive them. But what's happening is the public, the average investor, the people that have 401ks, IRAs, they're just buying and selling based off of opinions they hear on TV, whether it's different news channels or different articles online. And you brought up a really good comment or topic there about, you get several emails per day on different opinions on the markets. I do as well. We get, hundreds of emails saying, "Oh, follow my strategy or follow my investment portfolio because of these reasons. The market's going to go up. We're going to see a great year, or the market's going to go down." Those are just opinions. And what we do different at Online Trading Academy is we base decisions off of facts, which is a price chart. And that's what we train our students how to do. How to use a price chart, which we were talking about in that last segment, kind of like when my son had an x-ray on his arm. You're not just going to take the opinion of a nurse, find out the facts, then you can say, okay, here's what we need to do to help this situation. So if you have a portfolio right now that is down because you were at mercy to the market, well, now we know what's happened. Find out what we can do differently, which is what we do at these free investing classes, introduce you to those different concepts. And then what do you do now moving forward? That way you have a better financial future. And, the topic for this show is retirement growth and income strategies, or this segment, retirement growth and income strategies. So, Al, with these different market moves that are happening, we were talking about some of these stocks that were way down. Is it time to buy? Well, who knows? You have to do your own analysis. And you don't just buy just because it's down a little bit. It could continue to stay down or go down further.
Right.
So what are some growth strategies or income strategies? Let's just say in a portfolio, somebody has an IRA or a regular trading account. What are some strategies people can use right now to have growth in them?
Well, most people are familiar with the stock market or mutual funds. That's what they rely on, have relied on, and unfortunately for a lot of them, that's what they will continue to rely on. And more specifically, it's the mutual funds, which really it's part of what happened to people this last year. A lot of the loss was because of the way people were invested, and especially if you're going into retirement, you're probably using an outdated strategy that isn't going to work in these new market conditions. The environment has changed from what's happened over the last 13 years. The Fed has really fueled this market with zero interest rates and all the liquidity they pumped in the market. That's totally reversed right now. So what worked before may not work, probably won't work going forward. But there are things that you can use that Wall Street continuously uses. I mentioned in that last segment there were 5 days that accounted for 94% of the decline in the S&P 500 last year. And I would guess that most of the Wall Street firms, most of the professional traders made money on those days, not lost money, whereas the average investor and trader, those were the big days that really kind of sunk your portfolio. So the other assets that you can use in addition to, you can still trade stocks and instead of mutual funds, maybe look at exchange-traded funds, an ETF, which is similar to a mutual fund in that they're both kind of combinations of or baskets of stocks that represent something. But the exchange-traded funds trade like a stock. You can buy and sell them during the day. The management fees are almost non-existent there, whereas with mutual funds, they're very significant. So you can still trade in the stock market. We have some students that do extremely well just trading that market, but most of our students, the majority, and the ones that really do well, are trading the other assets that we teach in these classes. And one is the options market. That's probably the fastest growing market that's out there. The futures market and the foreign exchange market. Those are three markets that most people are not familiar with. You might have heard of them. You might even have tried them. I would say a good percentage of our new students, Josh, have maybe tried to do some Forex trading or some options trading based on what they learned on YouTube, and they did not do well, and they need help, and
Yeah.
they've had some pretty substantial losses. Options, I mentioned that's probably the fastest growing asset group out there, which is a great thing for us that know how to trade options, because the people that are picking it up, that are learning on YouTube or just listening to a webinar, are doing exactly the opposite of what they should be doing, which is, it's unfortunate, but that's what we can take advantage of. That's
Why?
what Wall Street takes advantage of. It's the emotions and the emotional trading of the public.
But why is that good for the people that know what they're doing? It's because it's just a transfer of money,
Well, yeah.
right?
It's, again, there's two sides to every trade, every investment. There's two sides, and if you're doing something wrong, then probably somebody else is doing something right and benefiting from what you're doing wrong. People have been, I think, misled by Wall Street to believe that the only thing you need to do is have what they call a diversified portfolio, and you just hold on, and over time you'll do well. Over time, like 10, 20, 30 years, if you look at let's say a 20 to 30-year time period, you probably will have a profit, but it's going to be far, far short of what that profit could be if you knew how to manage your assets and take advantage of some of these short-term trading vehicles like options, futures, and Forex.
Yeah, and if you look at like just a chart, I mean, over the past, say from 2000 until now, there's probably maybe a 300 rate of return percent, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
right around there.
Mm-hmm.
But the opportunity that was there is probably, if you look at a chart, 2100, 2200% opportunity that people are missing.
Yeah, if you go back to the year 2000 and you look at somebody that did a buy and hold, put their money into the market in 2000 and just let the market take it away from 2000 to 2003, and then again from 2007 to 2009, they maybe were up 100, 200% during that time period. But if you had been able to identify turning points, which is what our strategy is designed to do, if you were really good at it and you had hit exactly the peaks and the valleys, you would have been up about 2,142%, something around there.
Yeah. So
That's if you look at $100,000, the buy and hold person maybe ended up with 150 to 200,000 in profit, whereas the market timer, maybe a student of ours who was really good, might have ended up with over $2 million. I mean, the potential, we're not saying everybody's going to do that. The potential is there. You're not going to be that good. You're not going to hit exactly the peaks and the valleys. But what our goal is to show you how to, as accurate as possible and close as possible, to pick those turning points so you can participate no matter what direction the market's going.
yeah, and just to get some closer numbers here, from 2000 till now, today, roughly, the market is only up 151%. So if
Okay.
you had $100,000, you're at what, 250 or so, if I did my math right there.
With your
Over-
profit, yeah,
yeah.
your
Over-
total portfolio.
Over 22 years, whoop-de-doo,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And some of the opportunities that are missed, there was a 50% opportunity from 2000 to 2002 from that decline. There was a 57% rate opportunity from 2007 to 2009 as it went down.
Right.
There's several of those. There was a big one, 33%, 36% in 2000 for the Corona drop.
That was the COVID drop, right? Yeah.
So just opportunities that people are missing that they don't even know are there
Yep.
because they don't know how to short the market. And we talked about earlier, and we'll talk about that, Al. I know you have some comments you have on that. We'll do in the next segment here. But the markets is just a transfer of money is all it is, from the people that don't know what they're doing to the people that do. So why don't you learn to see what the people that know what they're doing, and how to jump on their coattails and ride along with them. And that's what Online Trading Academy has, as a strategy that's designed to do that. If you want to see what that is, come to one of these investing classes. By the way, they're free. It's a new year, new Year's resolution. Take control of your financial future. Text right now for 2 seats for this investing class. Text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for this class and a insider's kit that will help you get started right away. Text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for this class. We'll get you a text back to figure out a date that works best for you. Also, we do these during the week and on the weekend, so pretty much anybody that's listening can attend. Al, we got one more segment to go. End of the new year, beginning of the new year. Let's inspire people to get started today. We have great opportunities, but you got to learn how those work. Let's talk about more techniques and concepts on down markets, up markets, and sideways markets, and let's get people going on their financial future. Text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for this investing class right here at our local academies. This is Josh and Al, Investing and Trading Live.